2020. He was 24. He died of an overdose. Jerome took drugs. He was an addict. He thought for the first time he got high. He thought it was magic. Let's go. Oh, is that part? Let's go. Jerome had a friend named Jack. Jack was always doing things to catch up with the teenage trends like doing drugs for the first time because he thought it was cool. Jerome saw his friend doing this and was upset with his decision. Slowly but surely, he became influenced by his friend. To get under the influence, he started to sneak out of his house. His little brother was always around to figure this shit out. His little brother would never tell, but he was sure what his brother was doing out there. Meanwhile, Jerome was out late at night, looking to get high for the first time. He got a call from his brother asking if he was doing fine. One day, he snuck out of the house again to see his friend in handcuffs, ran up to him, and he was told that he was caught smoking a blunt. They said that he was caught dealing this shit too. Jerome was in shock of what Jack could do. They took Jack away in a rush. He was the only one arrested. Jerome's life was starting to become hectic. He was scared for the possibility of his friend's prison sentence. He ran into the party, ran up to a random kid who was smoking a cig. Jerome asked where the weed was at. The kid pointed to his table where a few kids were doing crack. Jerome thought to himself how hard it was to believe that the cops didn't come inside. He then found a blunt, lit up, and began to take a puff. He was happy that he was living in the moment. Little did he know that he was on the path of becoming an addict. Jerome took drugs. He was an addict. He thought for the first time that he got high. He thought it was magic. His little brother was concerned for Jerome. Jerome was never home. Jerome was now starting to roam the streets so he could get a job, so he could get a little bit of money. He wanted the shit that made him feel funny. He quit his job after a few months after he got a little bit of cash. He was then caught with a dealer he knew in his room. He was trying to get something that he could have snorted. Mom kicked him out the house. His little brother wanted Jerome to stay healthy and stand the test of time. He didn't want Jerome to become an addict to still be standing. He didn't want his addiction to be standing. His little brother helped him find a place to stay. Jerome then dropped out of school without his mother's knowledge. This concerned his teachers because Jerome was full of promise. Jerome's little brother's grades started to decrease while he was worrying about his brother's drug usage increase. It's really ruined his life. Jerome took drugs. He was an addict. He thought that the first time he got high, he thought it was magic. Trying to fuck it up now. Yeah, man. I'm fucked up, man. So fuck. Jerome's drug usage started to increase. He would do anything for a puff or a snort. It was hard to ignore. Jerome knew that he couldn't keep this up for long because he would run out of money, causing him to be broke. He got a job but lost in about a day. He begged his little brother $50 so he could solve this problem. Really, he was going to use the money for drugs. His little brother gave him the $50. His little brother didn't want him to use it stupidly. Jerome bought a needle and a little bit of heroin, headed to the place that his brother had chosen. He had been living there for a few months. He had entered the room, entered the door, sat down on the couch, turned the TV on, and put the remote down. He had the thing around his arm. He got the needle full of heroin and put it in his arm. Inside his mind, he thought to himself that it wouldn't do no harm. After a few minutes, he dropped to the floor. After being a few days since he heard from Jerome, his little brother headed to the place that he picked out for Jerome to call his home. Saw his brother on his floor. Unresponsive, he thought if I get into the hospital, but it was too late. His little brother saw another needle with a little bit of heroin inside. He wrapped the thing around his arm, put the needle inside his arm, experienced getting high for the first time. Congratulations, Jerome. You made a general courage. That's just only gonna make things worse. Jerome took drugs. He was an addict. He thought that the first time getting high, he thought it was magic. Jerome, man. It's your friend Jack here, man. Jerome. Man, I can't go to your funeral, man. I'm all the way across the country, man. Alright,